Hey YouTube, NWA Prepper here. It's cooling off here where I live. Made me think of some different things today I wanted to talk about. First off, there's a lot going on in the world today. And it's November 2015 when I make this video. And there's some pretty crazy things going on. Which makes me think of getting ready. Trying to do a little more to prepare my family for, I don't know, just to try to do a little more. And I hope these videos help prompt you to do the same thing. And before, I've shown you some first aid. Today we're going to talk about some first aid kits and some first aid supplies. And I've come to you before and we've talked about, bigger first aid kits, or my favorite first aid pouch, this blowout kit bag. And today I wanted to come to you from an everybody perspective, not necessarily those who have access to tactical gear and military first aid supplies and a surgical supply store. I went and got some things for every member of my family, and I've got a couple examples. They're just general first aid kits. A small container, and I like this container, but not for packing, just for other things. And basic supplies, Band-Aids, Neosporin or triple antibiotic ointment, gauze pads, everyday first aid stuff. This one here's got antiseptic wipes and alcohol wipes, a cold pack, which I'm not real big on, antibiotic ointment, like say, Band-Aids, large gauze pads, cotton tip applicators, a finger splint, pair of gloves, and a first aid guide if you're not comfortable, or if you haven't had a good level of training yet, and it's decent. And I got this particular one. Well, both of these I'm going to show you are way under $10. I think they're both about $6. So there's this one in a hard plastic container, under $6. It can fit in your vehicle. It can fit in your everyday carry bag. It can fit. It can fit in a cargo pocket. It can fit everywhere. It can fit in your kid's backpack for school. First aid is so important, and we overlook it so much as preppers, that we think, oh, we need more bullets, we need more beads, we need this, we need that. Two of the basic things that we need that we always forget about are first aid supplies and water, because it wouldn't take much of an injury at all to exhaust most of the supplies in this little first aid kit. In addition, there are times that we don't need to be carrying a giant big medical bag, or we don't need to be digging through boxes to get medical supplies when we have little things like that. And this is this was the first one I bought, like I said, about $6. And then this one may have been $8, I don't know. It's a Adventure Medical Kit. I actually got this from adventurefrontier.com, and this actually has a couple additional things in it where the other one didn't. This one's a first aid kit and a little bit of a survival kit. Not much, but I like the pouch. It's got lots of room to pack more things in here, and it basically has the same thing as the other one does, medical equipment wise. This one has an ace bandage in it. It's got tweezers. It's got some better tape than that one, but then it's got all the other stuff that one had: a first aid guide, Band-Aids, a few ointments. And over here we've got a whistle and a button compass. And in a pouch that there's lots of room to stuff more things in this. It's very lightweight. I could probably put the whole total contents of this, except that cold pack, in this pouch together. And it's a zipper. It's got dual zippers. It's made by Adventure Medical. They're pretty smart in their packing and things. These two kits are lightweight. They're cheap. You could throw them in your cart when you're shopping and not really know at the register that you've added something to your preparedness, and something as important as first aid supplies. Think about it. Get some extra things. Even our big store around here in Northwest Arkansas is Walmart, and they have a lot of things that they put on in their 88-cent category, which are not, a gauze pad doesn't have to be a $5 gauze pad. It can be a box of them for 88 cents. Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. I mean, you think of all those dollar type stores, and they're all going to have Band-Aids and gauze pads. And those are things we're going to need in emergencies. We're going to need lots of them. To keep a small cut that we would even ignore today from getting infected, we wouldn't worry about it because we can wash all the time and we've got Band-Aids everywhere. And if we get sick, we go to the doctor. Well, those little things like Band-Aids and antibiotic ointment are going to save people's lives later. But you need more than 5 or 10 of them laying around. You need to have multiples. You need to have them in your preparedness. You need to have them stored for long term. And these little kits are good ways to get started. They have more advanced kits. My primary first aid kit is so big that I can't carry anything else with it. It's for my bug out location, my home, my car, where I work. You know, it's somewhere that's stationary. It's so big. But we need littler things. We need things like this to get us out there, to keep us safe, and to keep you prepared. Let's get ready. Hey YouTube, NWA Prepper here. Kind of just got done with a video on some small first aid kits. And now I want to go back to another video I've done before about this particular Condor bag that I really like. It's I call it my blowout kit or my IFAK, and I really like its design. It's got a rip-away base. You know, I've talked about this bag before. It's a great bag. Obviously, I got a new one. Yay! But I do like it. However, Condor has come out with a new. Sorry, OCD. They've come out with a new IFAK pouch, and it's a little bit different. It's still got the MOLLE base where you can mount it, and it's just a little bit wider, but not too much wider than the old one. However, this base isn't rip away. What it is, and here it is the way it's supposed to go, it's got these tabs on either side, and you pull on that tab, and this insert comes out of this base. So this base stays on your pack, right? There you go. And so you can still mount a radio pouch or whatever you want here in some patches. That stays on your pack. This is the insert that comes out by these. This is the little pull tab. And then what it does is kind of rolls out. And it's got loops and an envelope pouch down here for you to pack your medical equipment in there. And it's a little bit different. It's got a Velcro loop here that you can attach something you want. I haven't loaded this out. I haven't tried to carry it yet. So I'm not sure what I think about it. I do like the idea of the way that it slides on and it deploys really easy. And really, it fits empty. It's easy to stuff back in there. Now, I don't know how well this is going to be to do when it's full, but I'll worry about that later. But those are the two IFAK pouches that I like the most. Well, this one's new to the game. I'm going to try it. I do like how the base rips away. First aid supplies are great. We need lots of them, more of them than you can imagine. And there are some great places, like I just talked about these two little guys, to get supplies. And I talked about that in my last video. But how you carry them can mean a lot. This pouch, or this box, is hard. It can crack. It can let once it cracks, it can damage the contents inside. This one here I like because it's a pouch and it's got, separators in it, but it doesn't have a way to mount this to any of my equipment or to my backpack or anything. And so I like these style pouches that I normally take the contents out of these and put in a pouch like this because I can mount this to anything I want, to a four-wheeler, to a bicycle, the backseat of my car, pretty much anywhere I want to mount it. And I can do that pretty easy. So I start with these little ones and then I put them in the tactical bags. It's important, guys. You've got to be ready. You've got to step it up. I firmly believe that time's coming in our country, in our world, that we're going to have to be more self-reliant. We're not going to have the same support groups that we have now. And so we're going to need to take care of ourselves and our families. And that's why I try to take the time to share with you little tidbits, and hopefully from a common point of view. So it's not a tactical point of view. It's not I'm not an operator. I'm not a doctor. I'm just Joe Blow on the street, guys. But I want you to know we can be ready. We can take care of our families if we prepare. So let's get ready. Like and subscribe. Comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what you want to see. Thanks for watching.